Public Art Commission Council meeting. Sorry, I'm a little out of practice here. So I guess the first thing on the agenda is the call to order and then the Pledge of Allegiance. So Monday, November 9th at 5:35. And Pledge of Allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Chair, can you see if your green light's on?
it is not.
Can you push it down and it'll...
Oh, there it is. Okay, can you hear me now? There we go.
Now it is?
Yes. All right. So, roll call.
Roll call. Chair Byes.
Present.
Commissioner Coe. Commissioner Danford.
Yes.
Commissioner Ham.
Present.
Commissioner Klett. Commissioner Nicholas.
Here.
Commissioner Steinberger.
Present.
You have a quorum. You have 5 present, Mr. Chair.
Fantastic. All right, we'll go ahead and move on then to the approval of the agenda from last month's meeting, or I guess this is from September 14th meeting. Is there a motion to approve?
I believe this would be the agenda for tonight.
Oh, sorry, this is consideration of approval of agenda for tonight. You're right. Motion for approval of tonight's agenda.
I motion to approve the agenda for tonight.
I second.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I second it.
All right.
Commissioner Danford.
Yes.
Commissioner Ham.
Yes.
Commissioner Nicholas.
Yes.
Vice Chair Steinberger.
Yes.
Chair Byes.
Yes.
It was approved, Mr. Chair, 5-0 with 2 not present.
All right, thank you. Next agenda item would be approval of the previous minutes. That would be the September 14th minutes. Is there a motion to approve last meeting's minutes?
I'll make that motion to approve September 14th minutes.
Yeah, no, she didn't answer the phone, though. Okay.
All right. I'll second the motion.
Okay, the motion's been made and second on the approval of the minutes. Commissioner Ham.
Yes.
Commissioner Nicholas.
Yes.
Vice Chair Steinberger.
Yes.
Chair Byes.
Yes.
Commissioner Danford.
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right. Looks like we have some announcement of artwork this month. Are these screens working? They just need to be turned on, I'm assuming.
Mine's on.
There we go. So I'm assuming whoever's present here submitted the examples.
Chair Byes, I think this example was
Nice.
was emailed by Commissioner Klett. Unfortunately, she's not present tonight.
Okay.
To give us an overview of this, and I think it was Commissioner Klett as well that gave us an example of this container gallery.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So the container gallery here is it was someone. It looks like in DC that put a container in the back of their property and kind of created their own private gallery there. I think good idea, good intentions, but sometimes that'll probably raise some concerns in a residential community, kind of having a semi-commercial use. But a good idea. I like it, but some caution. So. And then I think Vice Chair Steinberger also had an announcement of artwork today as well.
Yeah, in Bisbee, Arizona, the Public Arts Commission there, they have a really interesting concept. They took a very old cigarette vending machine And what they did is they rotate local artists, 30 or 40 of them, and they have a cigarette container of art that you can buy. And $10 goes to the Public Arts Commission, and $10 goes to the artist. And they rotate them. So it's an income source for the commission, and it's exposure for the artist. And I'll pass around, you can open it up, and there's a miniature painting in that one. I just thought it was interesting, neat.
Very neat. Thank you, Vice Chair.
I'd be curious to learn more about what the process that the city of Bisbee went through to, I know they have a pretty great art scene down there, but that's pretty well established.
Yes.
But I'd be curious to learn more and speak to them. If maybe we can reach out to them and hear more about their efforts for kind of spreading the word and opportunities for fundraising.
Vice Chair, I think it's a pretty creative, I guess, a retrofit of that machine, and it gets the community involved.
Yes.
I think it's a really good idea. Do you know where that vending machine was placed?
Yes, it was placed across the street from the Silver Queen Hotel. There's a small little coffee shop and some shops there and a restaurant, and it was right in the lobby of that.
So it's in a private establishment then?
Well, I guess you would call it that, but it's with public shops, so yes.
Okay.
Thanks.
So not like a city hall or a
No,
park or anything
no.
like that? Okay, great. Okay. Anyone else for the announcement of our work? Okay.
All right. Well, thank you very much for those examples. Next agenda item we have is our public hearings, but do we have anyone registered for public hearings? So we'll move on to old business, presentation, discussion, and update from commission regarding the public art inventory.
Yeah, absolutely. So I have received a few emails from everybody. I think we have Katrina and Ryan, you got me yours, and Jared. But I think, Liz,
I didn't have any.
nothing yet? Okay, nothing in your area,
There was
right?
nothing in my area,
Okay.
correct.
And then I think, Ryan, you were helping Ann? Did you
Right.
cover her area as well? wasn't
I
sure.
did, yeah.
Okay.
So we covered area 2 and 4, I
Okay.
believe, which was north of Old West Highway, essentially.
Okay, perfect. And I'm not sure where Commissioner Klett stands on her inventory, but nonetheless, the pictures that were given to me gives me a location of those art fixtures, and then we will take
Proper
additional.
pictures.
What's that?
You'll take proper pictures.
Well, we have a good camera on staff that will help us capture the essence of that artwork, and then display that in our art viewer. But most importantly, it was just trying to find the locations of them, and you've been a great help. So I want to thank the commission on their efforts. So hopefully within the next meeting, we'll have those pictures done and then uploaded to the public arts viewer.
Cool.
Okay, and of course, this will be an ongoing project
Mm.
as art comes our way.
Right, yeah, I was going to say, now that we've kind of done the initial survey and we've kind of broken out regions, I would just encourage the rest of the commissioners and the public in general to, to notify, I guess they'd reach out to, is there a contact listed on our webpage that, we could send people to if they want to make a recommendation to the inventory?
Yeah, that contact would be myself. So
Okay.
we could definitely do that. And once the Public Arts Commission viewer is done and complete, we'll advertise that on social media and our website, and we'll get the word out. So
Fantastic.
Quick question. Who was it again that had the district along Tomahawk Road between Southern and Old West Highway?
Commissioner, I'm not sure. I don't have that map in front of me. I can get that information to you via
Okay,
email or a phone call.
All right, because I've seen a couple instances along Tomahawk there, and I'd like to make sure that we got those recorded.
Okay, great. Absolutely.
Well, I think you could just add them yourself. Just fill out the form, send
Okay.
us a picture, and whether that other person does it or not, if we get it twice, that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that way, but we
And
can get you the
I
map.
I just didn't want to step on anybody's toes.
No,
Right.
not at all. No, all the help is appreciated, Commissioner Ham, so thank you for that. And of course, they don't have to be great pictures or anything like that, just a general location of it.
All right.
We'll take the TMZ paparazzi camera out there.
Yeah, I know several of mine were taken as I was in motion in my car, so.
It was noted. It was noted.
I had to dodge a few
So
vehicles.
Commissioner Danford, I know this is your first meeting. Welcome. What we have done is split up the city in certain sections and had the commissioners find public art, take pictures of them, and then provide a brief description where we will upload that to an interactive map and display that on our website.
Okay.
So,
Do you have a district I can have, or are they all taken up?
I'd have to take a look at the map again, but I think they've all been divvied up, and we'll see what is left. So
Okay.
we'll be in contact, Commissioner Danford.
All right. I think that, is there any additional information regarding the public art inventory? Is that covered? Okay. All right, new business then, on to next agenda item. Don't think we have anything listed here. If it's,
If it's not listed, we don't have it, so.
okay, and I think we have something on here for future agenda items, so if there's, item 12 on the agenda, which we'll get to momentarily, I guess, if there's items that, for Commissioner Danford, is that correct?
Yes.
If there's something that you'd like to see on next week's agenda, we can add it, or next month's agenda, we can add it there.
Sure.
Okay.
Are there any new business items from the commission to add?
No, I'll wait for a future agenda item.
Mhm.
Next agenda item, then, information and reports.
Yeah, this would be where if you know of a future, like a seminar that's coming up that people might be interested in, or an art show, or you can just, the chair, it says the chair at this time may announce information, but in the planning commission, the chair kind of opens it up to others. So if you know something that is relevant to what we're doing and there's an upcoming seminar or an art show, or that's where you would tell us.
Well, the convergence is happening along the canal in Scottsdale. That's really not as relevant, but so they do have public art there, and that might be interesting to see what they're doing with it and the change because of the pandemic.
And I, feel free to stop me if this doesn't apply, but in terms of just kind of new information that I think is a good resource for the committee, I did come across a group called Beautify Earth that's based out of California, which has a lot of resources and kind of information regarding public art that could potentially be, if you're interested in pursuing on your own time, just a good learning experience. I've just started digging into the tip of the iceberg on their website, but seems like they have a lot of good information.
What's the name of it again?
It's, let me get it here, and I can send out the link as well. It's called beautifyearth.com. It's a nonprofit. I believe it's in Santa Barbara.
Right.
All right, I'll open it up to the rest of the commission if there's any other information or reports. All right, well, maybe next month we'll keep our eye out for maybe some Christmassy or holiday-themed art activities we can add to this portion of the agenda. Moving on then to the staff report. Presentation and discussion on the American Planning Association's Public Art Life Cycle Part 1 Concept Commission webcast.
So this is the American Planning Association has continuing education seminars. One in particular that I heard about and then watched and thought, well, do we show it during the meeting for 128 minutes? Probably not. And so it's an attorney that does public art, and so you can click on that. It's from the American Planning Association in Ohio, and so with the continuing education credits that we have to do as certified planners, they put those out there so you can save money and not have to pay to go to a seminar. But this was, I thought it was pretty good. I think for Commissioner Danforth, for new members, I think there's some stuff that is kind of beyond, but I think it was a good primer on public art. Mm-hmm. There was not a lot of some legal things in there, but essentially I thought it was good in that eventually this commission will go out and do a request for qualifications. So it kind of went into that process. Mm-hmm. So it was just kind of an FYI, do it at your leisure. But I do think it was fairly good. There is the part 2 that's supposed to come up in January. So when that thing is published and posted, I can let you know. And this person does have their own website where they keep, you have to pay a fee, but if you want, it was like a clearinghouse for other commission notices or other commissions around the country. So they have a database, this attorney, on ordinances and cities that have public art commissions. So again, I think it was $25 for a month. If you wanted to pay $25, go through it, but it was just kind of a warehouse of other ordinances. So I thought it was good for this commission, timely. So if you don't have anything to do for an hour and a half, you can watch it, and maybe prior to the next meeting, if you want to discuss it, or we could do snippets of it, it's up to you. And we'll certainly let you know about the one that comes up in January.
I like the part of the discussion in there on monuments, since we have a lot of monuments.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So some of you have already watched it, so that's good.
I found a little bit of time. Yeah, I appreciate you sending that out. I didn't see the agenda item here, Larry, because it is a really good summary of all the different factors that go into public art. And what I found kind of really interesting about it was how it aligns to our work plan and considerations that we've been discussing over the past now almost a year, and are hopefully planning on putting into action here soon to instigate our first project at some point here.
So I wanted to just show everybody too. I'm not sure if Commissioner Danforth is familiar with this, but if you go to the city website and you go to this is where all the city meetings are on this particular site, and then you can click on that agenda, and that link that when the agenda comes up that Sydney's using here tonight, so you can click on that, or you can go to the one that you already had open. But all these links, I believe, are live, so you can go and actually just click on that link, Sydney. So we can resend out the link, but I just wanted you to know that that's the minutes. Oh no, yeah, that's the minutes.
Yes, any link.
But yeah, I was just saying for this particular one, you can click on that, and it should take you right to that site, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right to YouTube.
So just FYI, if you want to watch it, then you can just go right there. And it's a YouTube channel that they post these things on.
All right. Yeah, highly recommend it. Thank you again for sending. All right, we'll call for future agenda items. If there's nothing else, any other committee comment on the video for those who have had a chance to watch it? All right, we'll move on then to call for future agenda items. Direction to staff regarding items to place on the next regular meeting agenda.
I'd like to know what the update is on our logo, on our public arts logo.
Yeah, absolutely. Vice Chair, I had a conversation with Matt McNulty. He's watching right now.
Hi, Matt.
Yeah. And he said that we should have an update on the logo by next meeting.
Perfect.
So he's been working on quite a number of things.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on his to-do list. Yeah.
I know he's busy.
Very busy.
Commissioner Ham?
Something I was thinking of is, since our next meeting would be in December, with it being the Christmas season, I'm wondering how public art can apply to Christmas light displays temporarily through the month. And maybe next meeting, we have a discussion on something we can do to prepare for next year, to incentivize some kind of public art light display in the neighborhoods.
Yeah, and if I can elaborate on that, I had a similar thought around Halloween. I don't know if y'all saw the 15-foot tall skeleton statues that Home Depot was selling, and I saw a couple people around were able to get their hands on one. They were a hot commodity. But they're essentially enormous statues, right? So, I had a similar thought that, maybe we can broaden the topic to even just seasonal art displays, outside of just the upcoming season. But is there a role for the commission to play in encouraging seasonal artistic displays?
May I ask a question, Mr. Chair?
Yes, sir.
So you mean Christmas, do you mean just religious ones, or do you mean, what kind of seasons are you talking about?
No, Veterans Day, like any of the secular holidays as well, or multicultural. I know that the city has Christmas light displays and probably already has specific kind of seasonal displays that happen around Thanksgiving and.
So you mean like major holiday type
Right.
of events?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Including Memorial Day, Veterans Day,
Yes.
4th of July.
Right. Seasonal meaning summer, spring, winter, fall, not
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like
not holiday season.
religious. Yes, okay. Sorry, I didn't mean, I had to interrupt because I didn't
Oh no,
know
thank
what
you for the
meant.
clarification. So I don't know. I had a similar thought. And
Commissioner Hammond, Chair Bice, I'm going to send out a link, hopefully tomorrow. The city of Mesa put on a Halloween art scavenger hunt in downtown Mesa. I'm not sure if anyone saw that or not. But they had temporary art installations throughout downtown Mesa that were Halloween themed. And then they were practicing safe COVID measures. Hopefully we're not in that position next year. But I think the overall idea was pretty neat to get people out of their houses and enjoy art that was Halloween themed. So it kind of something in line with what you're saying, and I'll provide you an example of that. So perhaps we can start planning that for next year sometime.
Great. And then one other question I have, kind of in the same line of thought, is I know that there is typically a Christmas tree and light display near the downtown sign, right? Who's the committee or who's the department that's in charge of that?
That'd be Park and Rec. And it'd be,
and Rec.
you're talking about the Christmas tree at the focal point, I believe, correct?
Right, right. Would it be possible to invite someone who has experience in kind of planning that display and speaking to our committee, just so we can maybe learn more about their process and resources that are required to commit to bring that together?
That'd be, I'm sorry,
Chair Bice, that would be Liz Langenbach, and she was here not too long ago, I think. She
Oh,
was-
fantastic. With
Yeah.
presenting the dog park?
Yeah, absolutely. So we could invite her back, and she could give us an overview of that process.
your next meeting is December, I believe.
Should be second Monday, right?
So Sydney, you talked about maybe moving the dates, is that correct?
We're talking about, because of the occurrence where the city council has Monday night work sessions,
Yep.
and also the Board of Adjustment tonight has a meeting at 7, so there's one Monday that has no conflict, and that's the 4th Monday. It puts us pretty close to the holiday season there, but we were going to discuss that on the number 13,
Yep, that'd be the
meeting
20th.
dates and times.
Sorry, I'm off the agenda. How about that? The attorney's off the agenda. That's terrible.
But I guess there's two ways to handle it. I'd like to respect, other department heads' time too. So, if Liz wants to come, that's great. If she can just give a synopsis, in an email, if that would suffice, of how that display, I guess I'd give her the option is all, to, especially if we're going to meet right around Christmas, to just, I know that they've been involved in the Christmas tree display for a long time, so I just want to be respectful of other department heads' time and stuff like that. So, but we'll talk to her and see what she wants to do. I'm sure she'd very generous with her time, but I just want to let you know that too.
I believe they're also doing the Jingle in the Junction light display contest this year, aren't they, with the businesses?
Typically, the businesses along Apache Trail have had like raised, or for food pantries where you could, each of the businesses try to compete and decorate their place of business and try to have people make donations for the food pantries. But we can find out and get you more
I think that's
information.
still going on this year. I don't know who's in charge of it, though.
I believe at the focal point meeting tomorrow, it's an item of discussion. I believe it is, so we should know more tomorrow. If I find out more information, I'll pass it on to Sydney and Larry.
Any additional future agenda items?
So I think this is written as a direction to staff item, Joel, so do we need a motion
Yes.
to that? So I guess so far I have a motion would be to place on the next agenda an update on the logo, discussion about temporary art for seasonal or major holidays for 2021, including, major holidays, I guess is what we're saying, secular, multicultural, and the public art inventory. And then a discussion about the focal point holiday tree at focal point. That's what I heard so far. So if somebody want to make a motion, then we'll add those 4 items.
Can I add one, let me add one more thing here if I may, before we motion, and we'll just put them all together.
Okay.
So I saw a commercial just this past week from Estrella Jalisco, which is a Mexican beer company, and sparked my interest because they are providing $1 million over the next 5 years to bring color to communities in the Southwest, including California and Arizona and New Mexico, I believe. And it requires a nomination of local stars to the company, and it's through, I think it's mostly through social media that the nomination is made. So I was going to see if we could add an agenda item next week to see if there's I don't know if we can make a nomination next month, or maybe just bring it to the agenda to discuss how to potentially nominate someone from the community, just to apply for a chance at some, I believe it's grant money, but they also hire a well-known mural artist to come explore town and make a proposal. So if we could add that to the agenda as well to look into, I guess, a nomination process for that opportunity. All right. Do we have a motion to add the 4 agenda items noted? 5 agenda items noted?
Can you go through them one more time, Mr.
An update on the logo. The other one is temporary art, a discussion on temporary art for seasonal/major holidays for 2021. Update on the public art inventory. Update or discussion on the focal point from the Park and Rec Director. And then I missed the name of the company.
It was Estrella Jalisco. Estrella like star. Estrella, Jalisco. Jalisco.
And that's on a nomination for adding color to Southwest communities.
Yes. Through vibrant public art.
Okay, someone want to make that motion? You don't have to repeat it, I think that's.
Right. Yeah.
I motion to direct the staff to add 5 future agenda items to next month's agenda.
I second the motion.
All right, motion's made second. Chair Byers.
Yes.
Commissioner Danforth.
Yes.
Commissioner Ham.
Yes.
Commissioner Nichols.
Yes.
Vice Chair Steinberg.
Yes.
Okay, now we're on Joel's item of future meeting dates.
All right.
I just kidding. Well, yeah, we just kind of touched on that. We seem to have some conflict. I know we moved this meeting a couple of times. I guess I also wanted to talk to you, is 5:30 okay with you? Do you want to do it at 5:30 or 6? That's okay, we'll keep it at 5. Do you want to move it at 4:30?
3:30, that's even better.
It might be a little tough for me.
5:30 will do. And then the fourth Monday,
Fourth Monday?
so the fourth, for me is not
That'd be the 28th
28th.
of,
That's really between Christmas
And New Year's.
did I count wrong? Yep, that's 28th.
So just for the sake of discussion, I know that it sounded like the agenda item that we approved was anticipated to probably be viewed, Jared, before the holidays, but is there any,
I am not
issue with-
against it being discussed after the holidays, because again, it's a topic for preparing for next holiday season, for upcoming, any holidays that come up in the future.
Okay.
So,
So, I mean, if we want to have a special meeting, if that's what you want to call it, the 30th would be potential council night, right, Joel, on Monday?
The 30th, right now, it hasn't been canceled yet. I'm sorry, I've got November, that's wrong.
yeah, 30th is a Wednesday of
30th is
December.
Wednesday, so no, that's,
We're talking about actually having
oh, you're talking about November?
in November, just because the 28th is between
Yeah.
Christmas and New Year's.
So right now, there's 2 council meetings, one on November 30th, one on December 1st. And they haven't been canceled, and I don't expect those to be canceled. I think the ones in mid-December might be, but we don't have the mayor's approval yet on that.
So the Board of Adjustment, I don't expect that they'll continue their case tonight, but theirs will be on the 7th?
Yes, that would be December 7th.
I just was getting back to, is there some timeline on this, Estrella Jalisco?
No, I think it's ongoing,
Oh,
so,
all right. That was, I was wondering. So it's up to you, we can leave on the 28th, or I was just trying to avoid that.
yeah, I know that's right, like you said, it's right between the holidays and the.
Could work too, I guess, in this case.
Is there a conflict with the 7th for December and then moving it to the 4th Monday in January going forward? I mean, we do have a packed agenda next time that we've just established, but I think if we're efficient with our time, we can still be within the hour allotted to us, be out of here by 6:30 on the 7th. And is there a conflict with that, with other,
I don't believe so, Joel.
Unless there's a Board of Adjustment that night, but that's no conflict because you're going to start at 5:30.
right?
And they start at 7.
Again, you can, if you want to keep your meetings on that second Monday, we can, as long as they're early.
As long as they're 5:30 or before.
5:30 or before, and we really got to be out of here by 10 to 7, kind of. So, it's up to you. We don't have to go to the fourth Monday, but that would. So. You're watching. I hear I've had my mic off the whole time, sorry. So, we just picked the fourth Monday because that would be the least number of conflicts, but again, if you want to do it on the 7th, or keep it at the, I guess that case, it's the first Monday. We were going to the second Monday, right, Sydney?
Oh, sorry.
So the 14th, I don't know that there'll be a conflict. Again, if we start them at 5:30, they should be okay. So we don't have to move it to the fourth Monday.
I'll open it up to discussion with the council. If there's a preference between 14th or the 28th.
I think we should stick with the 14th because the other one is right wedged between the holidays. I just think it,
We're going to run into that in other
Yeah.
holidays, yeah, maybe.
All right. Do we need a motion to set the time then for next meeting being at
Yes.
5:30 on the 14th?
Correct.
Commissioner Vise, I just want to get clarification. Our next meeting is on the 14th, but then starting in January, are you guys proposing to move that to the 4th Monday?
No, I think now we're thinking of keeping it on the second Monday, but at 5:30 as a routine.
Well,
Yeah.
I thought, I'm sorry.
I'm open to moving it
Oh,
in January to avoid the conflict. I just think for the month of December, it would be problematic given the
okay.
timing.
I'm in agreement on this one.
I didn't know if that's what Miss Nicholas mentioned. You said
You
for
were
this
just talking
month.
about the next
For
Yeah.
this, for December, I
But
think we
from-
should leave it to the 14th.
And going forward is okay for the 4th Monday.
It's fine with me.
Which we would establish in next month's agenda, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So, is there a motion to schedule the next meeting of the Apache Junction Public Arts meeting on December 14th at 5:30 PM?
I motion that we establish our meeting on December 14th at 5:30 PM for the Public Arts Commission.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
All right, thank you.
Okay, the motion's been made and seconded. Commissioner Danford,
Yes.
Commissioner Ham,
Yes.
Commissioner Nicholas,
Yes.
Vice Chair Steinberger,
Yes.
Chair Bice.
Yes. All right,
That's it.
adjourned at 6:12.
Thank you.